Let me introduce myself. My name is William Sand, aka Mr. Dow Jones. Okay, we're starting this live training session alongside of my partner, the Mr. Scalper himself, the Scalp King, Gabriel Montoya. But before we get into the strategy, let's identify what US30 is, right? Let's talk about what US30 is. What is US30 exactly? Okay, United States Stock Market Index US30, the Dow Jones, also known as the Dow Jones, is a price-weighted index that tracks the performance of 30 large and well-known US companies that are listed mostly on the New York Stock Exchange. It's very powerful, guys. You're going to hear this on the news every single day. They talk about the points and the market going up and down on the US30, aka the Dow Jones, every day on the news. It's a big factor when it comes to the New York Stock Exchange. You can actually trade this on options. And when I say options, I don't mean binary options. I mean stocks. Day trading on options, you can trade the Dow Jones, okay? The way we trade on the foreign exchange market to where we have access to it 5 days a week, 24 hours a day, okay? Through MetaTrader 4. So we're gonna get into that. And I love that. It's the best way for me to trade the Dow Jones. Because it gives me more access after hours, okay? Meaning after the stock market closes 5 p.m. Eastern time, okay? We still have access to that, okay? US30 apps and tools. Number one, you need Telegram, okay? A lot of you guys have seen this training call on Telegram, okay? You need to download that app. It's absolutely free. Step number two, you need to download MetaTrader 4. That app is absolutely free, okay? Number three, you need a broker account, okay? You need a broker account, which allows you to trade US30, okay? You're going to need a broker account or even a demo account, which is also recommended if you're brand new and you're trying to learn how to trade, okay? Number four, I am back office. I am Academy back office. You need that. You need access to the I am back office because you get additional trading on Forex. The knowledge, okay, on how Forex works, all that's important. The extended knowledge of US30, pips, margins, leverages, and all that stuff. So you need the I Am Academy back office. Okay, moving right along. Okay, let's talk about it. How to fund your broker account. A lot of you guys, I would believe, get stuck right here in this area. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep into how to exactly fund the broker account, but I'm going to give you some resources, okay? Resources that you can go to that can help you fund your broker account the simple way, okay? Now, brokers, for example, you can use any broker you like, okay? But most of us on this call, if you agree, are either using copforex.com or hugosway.com, okay? Here's the great thing about copforex and hugosway.com. It's the same exact process of funding the account. It looks exactly the same. If you log into Forex and you open up a broker account with them, it looks exactly like Hugo's Way, the same exact process, okay? Now, you can go to welcome to IME.info right here on the bottom right-hand corner. You can go to welcome to IME.info. You can click the FRX training tab and follow all of the steps. I have a picture right there on the left-hand side of what it looks like. You can follow step one and step done and understand how to open up a broker account with Hugo's Way or Forex, okay? And fund your account. The easiest way to fund your account is Cash App, okay? Here's option number two. You can refer to YouTube. Guys, I'm telling you, there's so much information on YouTube. If you just type in how to fund Hugo's Way with Cash App, that'll come up. See, I have the examples there. How to fund Forex with Cash App. A video comes up there, right? How to buy Bitcoin with Cash App. A video comes up, step-by-step instructions on how you can buy Bitcoin instantly, okay? Using Cash App. The activation process and everything, okay? And from buying Bitcoin on Cash App, you can learn how to send that Bitcoin over to your broker, whether it's Forex or Hugo's Way, okay? In addition to that, you can also learn how to open up a demo account with both of these brokers, okay? You just go to YouTube and you can type in, okay, how to open a demo account with, and again, on welcome to IME.info, our Fast Start training website, okay? You can go to the FRX training tab we have videos on those steps there that can show you how to add a demo account. We have videos that show you how to open up a live account. We also have videos on there that show you how to buy Bitcoin on Cash App, okay? We also have videos on there that show you how to navigate through Go Live in the back office and follow some of the educators in the foreign exchange market, okay? We have all that good stuff. We also have some of the tools that's recommended that we use to get additional trade signals outside of what we post, okay? Which brings us to the next slide here, okay? US30 signals and live session details. Yes, US30 signals are sent out in the IME private Telegram channel, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Sunday through Thursday. Membership must be active to access. So the US30 chat we have on Telegram is a private chat. It looks just like the one in the bottom right-hand corner. Every time 8 o'clock p.m. is the London session. It's when we see a volatility in the market, meaning there's movement up and down. This is why I place the trades around 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay? And we put those signals out, okay? The US30 scalp sessions are on Zoom, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Details are posted in the IME Trading Club chat on Telegram daily, so make sure you're plugged in. That's the bottom left-hand side right there, a screenshot of it, where you see the scalp session live trading, IMETM, Gabriel Montoya, 7 a.m., okay? 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The Zoom meeting ID is there. The passcode is there, US30. Typically Monday through Thursday, you know, Gabriel gets on and he's doing a live session, okay? Typically it lasts about 20 minutes, in and out of the back, you know, 20 minutes, maybe to an hour, with constant scalping and education to enhance your teachability index, you know, your thinking cap on how to understand how to enter these trades. In addition to that, understanding the go lives as well, guys. Let's talk about that. In addition, the US30 trading sessions and tools can be found on welcome to IME.info and golive.im. Right there at the top right-hand corner, we have 100 plus experts that are also doing the same thing. Now we understand that the language of Forex can be complicated, a little bit complex, okay? This is why, you know, we put out trade signals. This is why we do scalp sessions, so you guys understand the flow and the jargon and the language of investing. So again, we all know that we need to have MetaTrader 4, that app downloaded. Okay, we talked about that. That's one of the tools you need, okay? Once you open up MetaTrader 4, now again, these are screenshots from an iPhone, okay? An Android may look a little different when putting the order in, but it's pretty similar, okay? Copy and paste instructions. Step number 1, you want to go to the quote screen. That's step number 1. The quote screen is the blue and red numbers that you're seeing on the first screen. Right there on the left-hand side, you want to look for US30, okay? You want to look for US30. You want to select US30. Once you select US30, a menu will come up. That's step number 2. You're going to select the trade button, okay? Okay? Once you select that trade button, you're going to come to an order screen. That's step number 3. On an order screen, you will see market execution at the top. When you select market execution, a menu will drop down. You will see sell limit, buy limit, buy stop, sell stop, okay? Just make sure you guys follow me so far. Step number 4, you enter in the numbers that are sent out in the chats, okay, for US30 signals, in the stop loss, take profit, in the price section, okay, which I'll go into. So I'll recap. Step number 1, select US30. Step number 2, select the trade button. Step number 3, select the order type. Step number 4, enter the numbers and place the trade. Copy and paste. How many people think they can do that? Give me some number 10s in the chat. Trade entry example. Right there on the right-hand side, we see US30 buy stop with the entry, the TP, and the SL. This is typically what a signal looks like that we put out, okay? We have a buy stop and a sell stop. Why do we have a buy stop and a sell stop, ladies and gentlemen? Because we're putting in 2 different trades. We're trapping the market. We're putting an entry at the top and we're putting an entry at the bottom, okay? This style trading is called, this type of trade is called an intraday trade, okay? Meaning we're entering the trade today and we're going to exit the trade today, okay? You also have a style called swing trading. Swing trading means long term. You're holding the trade for days, okay? In this style of trading, we're not holding it for days. We're in and out the same day, okay? Keep in mind, guys, take notes. Typically, when I put the signals out, you have a 10 to 15 minute window, a 10 to 15 minute window to enter in these numbers. Don't wait all day to do it. Don't wait an hour to do it. When the signal comes in, you have about 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes is probably pushing it. Depending on how the market is, these numbers are moving, okay? So we want to be mindful around 8 o'clock, set an alarm, around 8 o'clock, around that time, okay? Maybe a little later today because we're on a presentation. We are going to enter, okay, these trade signals. So typically when the signal goes out, you're going to see a trade that looks just like this, okay? US30 buy stop, let's start with that. The entry is 33106. Look in the middle there, it says entry equals price. So when you have your app open and you follow the step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 on the previous slide, okay, you're going to enter the number entry where it says entry 33106 next to price. You see that right here in the top right hand corner? That's a buy stop trade, okay? Your TP means take profit, okay? You're going to take those TP numbers 33136 and you're going to put them where it says take profit in that line there. Now, when you tap this section here, some default numbers may pop up. Just erase those numbers and put the correct numbers in there, okay? On take profit. SL means stop loss. SL means stop loss. You want to take the numbers under SL, okay? And you want to enter them in the line where it says stop loss. Now, if you have an Android, it looks a little different, okay? In an Android, you have a green line, you have a red line, okay? Your red line represents a stop loss. Your green line represents the take profit. Let me explain to you what a stop loss is. A stop loss is a protection line. It means if our trade goes the wrong direction, kick us out automatically. That's what a stop loss is. A take profit means if the trade goes in the right direction, you're going to exit in profit automatically, okay? So once you have the correct numbers in, guys, once you have the correct numbers in, right, this place button will turn blue and you want to hit place, okay? Once you do the buy stop, you're going to go back again, okay? You're going to go back and do these steps again. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and this time you're going to hit sell stop, okay? You're going to put the sell stop numbers in right here at the bottom. Same deal. Entry price. What is entry? It means price. You put the entry numbers in the price section. It's so simple, guys. Copy and paste. The TP means take profit. You put the take profit numbers, okay, in the take profit section, okay? Stop loss, SL. SL means stop loss. You can put these numbers where it says SL in the stop loss section, okay? Remember, intraday trading. Do we follow this so far? Do we understand so far? Type the number 2 in the chat if we follow this so far. Pip and lot size education. You guys need to understand how pips and lot sizes work. What does PIP mean? PIP means percentage in points. What is a lot size? A lot size is your investment. So when you press trade, okay, and you're entering a trade, you're going to come to this screen where it says market execution. Remember, when we select market execution, the menu comes up, we can pick the order type. But right under market execution, you're going to see a 0.01. Okay, that is your lot size. That is your investment. It does not mean 1 cent. Okay, 0.01, it equals out to about $1. It does $1 a pip. We're going to break that down in a second. Okay, 0.10 is $10 a pip. Are you guys following me so far? 1.0 is $100 a pip. Now we know that pips don't move 1 pip at a time when it comes to trading. They move fast. It's very volatile. 30, 40, 50 pips at a time. US30 can do that in any direction. So it's very, very important that you're mindful of your lot size, okay? When I say this at the bottom here, it says recommended risk, 0.01 lot size per 1,000. What that means is if you have $1,000 in your account or less, you should have a 0.01 lot size. When I say per 1,000, that means every $1,000 is when you move up your lot. Let me explain. If you have $2,000, you have a 0.02 lot size. What is 0.02, ladies and gentlemen? That's $2 per pip. Is this making sense so far, guys? If you have a $3,000 balance, the recommended lot size is 0.03. That's $3 per pip. Okay? And so on and so on. 4,000, 0.04, $4 per pip. Now it's recommended. Do you have to do it? No, it's your account. You can do your own risk. But if you want a lasting, long-lasting career, slow and steady wins the race. Okay? Slow and steady wins the race, and discipline. Okay? So this example here, 30 pips every night. Our goal is to make about 30 pips every night. We put out a trade signal, okay, at 8:00 p.m. Okay. Now, depending on what your lot size is, determines your balance. So if you have a 0.01 lot size and we hit our goal, our take profit of 30 pips, well, what's $1 times 30? $30. Okay. If you have a 0.10 lot size, that's $10 per pip. What's $10 times 30? $300. See how you can determine what your profit is before it even hits if you understand your lot sizes and your pips? And the reason I'm telling you guys this is because you're going to need to know this when Gabriel does his training on how he's consistent with 400, 400, 400, 400, 250, 250, 250, 500. How does the profit end up exactly the same every time? Because he understands his pips. He understands his lot size, his mechanics. Does that make sense, guys? If it makes sense, type the number 10, okay? He understands it. And understanding that is gonna help you enter the trades in scalp sessions and exit the trades properly and actually predict the future if TP hits, all right? So we have that, we have 1.0, okay? 1.0 lot size is $100 per pip. So if we have, can somebody tell me in the chat? Let's do some homework. If I have a 1.0 lot size, okay, and 1.0 is $100 per pip. If I do a trade tonight and we hit our 30 pip target, how much profit is that at a 1.0 lot size? Can somebody tell me how much profit is that in the chat? If we do 30 pips at a 1.0 lot size. Yes, sir, James. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Maribel. Yes, sir. Okay, we got it. $3,000. Yes, that is $3,000 a day. Yeah, think about that. If we used our recommended lot size, right? Risk 0.01 lot size per 1,000. Okay. If we say recommended risk is 0.01 per 1,000, what kind of balance would you need? Proper risk. What kind of balance would you need? Okay, what's recommended to trade at a 1.00 lot size? Can somebody tell me? What would your balance have to be? Oh, I see it. SoCal. There you go, Henry. Yes, sir. $100,000. $100,000. Okay. I see some people say 10,000. 10,000. 0.10. Okay. $10 per pip. 0.10 would be the recommended lot size for 10,000. Think about it. With a $10,000 balance at 30 pips, you're making about $300 a day. What's $300 times 5? You're trading 5 times a week. Times that by 12. Times that by, I'm sorry. Yeah, times that by 4 every month. Times that by 12. You're making some good money. But you got to realize, guys, these lot sizes and these profits are compounding because every time your balance grows, your lot size grows. Do you see the power in what we're doing here? Do you see the power? It doesn't stay the same lot all the time. It grows. It's compounding, okay? So those are the basics for me, guys. It's 7:27, and I know there's a lot of details we're going to get into with strategy. Man, it's pretty simple, guys. When you understand this stuff, it's pretty simple when you understand pips and lot sizes, okay? But we're going to get into detail, guys, on the chart, okay? Stop loss and take profits and scalping, entering, exiting trades manually, all the stuff you guys are asking. You know, I know you guys pretty much got the copy and paste stuff down. What about, you know, really modifying that trade and things of that nature? So the next guy I'm going to bring up right now. I want some fire emojis in the chat right now. Gary Montoya, man, we've been doing business for years. We've been doing business for years, Gary Montoya, and he's been a part of the movement and the family for about 2 years now, and just definitely just took this and just ran with it and mastered it, took over. You know, he became a product of the product. Let's talk about it. A product of the product, right? Took things seriously, dissected the back office, and really made it his own. You know what I mean? So big shout out, big tens in the chat for King Scalper. I got to give him a name. King Scalper.
There we go.
King Scalper. Trust your trade. Okay? Expect to win.
Absolutely.
Mr. Gabriel Montoya, how you doing, brother?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sam. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys so much. And obviously, there's so many other things that you guys could be doing. You know, obviously, it's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, you know, in the group. You know, obviously, also all your wives and, you know, your own mothers. So definitely happy Mother's Day. But again, there's so many things that we can be doing, but we obviously have all made the choice to log on and really get this information today. And again, just hear from individuals who, you know, really just every single day, you know, are just logging on and just plugging in and just, you know, like Sam said, just being, you know, students of the product and the services. And again, you know, my journey started, you know, obviously at the start of the pandemic, literally, you know, March of the pandemic, March, gosh, right about March 20th, I can call the date. And we had been on lockdown now for about a week. Obviously coming from real estate investing, you know, cost of lumber went up, so many things went up, and I found myself, you know, in front of a computer for, you know, 8 to 12 hours. And, you know, I saw Sam, what he was doing, and was always intrigued. And again, Sam, I can go back to IMs. This guy, he was hitting me up since 2013. Man, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Not even talking about the business, just thinking about me. Just how are you doing, man? Like, you know, just reaching out, just, man, I see you, keep doing it, keep plugging. And again, just, you know, and then finally it was like, Sam, I'm ready, let's go. And, you know, at that point, you know, I told Sam, you know, I didn't come on to build a business. I came on to obviously learn a skill set. And again, you know, understand that you have that opportunity, you know, and again, once you learn the skill set, the building of the business is simple. In the due fact that you just simply share what you're doing. And when you're showing bags and you're showing opportunity and you're literally just sending the elevator down, it's not difficult, you know, because at the end of the day, you're going to continue to do what you're doing. And all you're simply doing is giving people the opportunity to learn the skill set. And again, some will see value and some won't. And again, I'm telling you, the Academy is just filled with so much. I know myself even right now, you know, again, you know, as I'm a scalper, you know, if you guys want to look at a scalping strategy, Dynamic Edge with James Leone, I'm telling you, he uses 1 minute strategy and he literally gets bags. He's probably one of the most old school traders on the platform. There's no flash to him. There's no fancy cars. There's no, you know, again, like you barely understand the guy because of his accent. But again, he's just a trader and he's been doing this successfully for years. And again, Dynamic Edge is a scalping strategy. 1 minute. That's what he uses. And I would recommend it. I believe it's a $10 add-on. If you don't have FRX, it's a $10 add-on. But again, I'm telling you, like if you truly, like I'm literally going through that right now, to really understand the strategic strategy of using that tool. Because again, right now, you guys understand my strategy is five pips. He literally has a strategy where, again, you can ride it as long as it takes you. And then he has confirmations that obviously tell you when it's going another direction to get out. Mine is just simply 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5. So again, like, he literally uses a strategy, and you literally uses a strategy that you have access to, but again, just an amazing trader, just old school. I started on FRX, Dr. Kathy, just amazing. Again, just they have nothing else in the game but to just love people, to help people. Again, like, they don't have to do this. They do this, obviously, they love it, they enjoy it. They're traders. Again, this has changed their lives. And so all they're simply doing is sending that elevator back down. And, it's just been amazing. So let's jump in. I definitely want to answer, a lot of your guys' questions. I know that you guys have questions throughout the week. Again, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share the chart and just really kind of what we're looking for or what we're looking at. And then, kind of answer some questions along the way as well. Can you guys see my screen? Give me some sevens in the chat if you can see my screen. Sevens in the chat if you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Perfect. All right, cool. So let me get out of this here. Perfect. Let me blow this up, enter full screen. Okay, and again, the first and foremost thing that I do is I literally look for direction. Okay, number one. Okay, and again, I'm going to kind of write this down. So number one, okay, determine direction. Okay, what direction am I going? Am I looking for buys? Or again, keep in mind, understand, guys, like, this is my strategy. This is my plan. This is how I trade. Okay, like I said before, you guys could look for buys. You guys could look for sells. Okay, again, I'm going with the trend based off of what I see. Okay, so again, that's just simply how I'm addressing the market. You could address it however you like, but again, I'm simply saying this is how I analyze what I'm doing. Okay, so determine direction, and then determine location of price and trap. Let me let John in there. Ooh. Okay, so again, determine direction, determine location, and trap. And what I mean by that is, obviously, I'm taking sells. And then literally what I did is, where is she consolidating right now? And I literally trap. Okay, I literally trap. Okay, and then from there, I set up and be patient. Okay, I set up and be patient, based off of, and again, what you guys see here is literally, I use no indicators at all. Okay, and again, I'll share it again, but there's a book called Naked Forex. And really what it does is it talks about just the simpler that you can keep your charts, the better of trader that you will be, because you're not dependent on indicators telling you what to do or where to go. You're simply just looking at the chart with your naked eye, and you're able to see exactly what's going on. Okay, and then you understand things like bank zones. You understand things as order blocks. Okay, you can look up institutional trading. Okay, you can look up, just different terms and understand different terms. But again, I'm telling you, Naked Forex, I'm sorry, is just a great book, because it really simplifies just keeping the chart simple. Okay, and like San said, is if I have the time, I'm going to set up some orders. Okay, I'm going to set up some orders. Okay, if you're going through, okay, for example, let's say this thing pulls up. Okay, and I'm looking for sells. My first trade is going to be right here at 32,500. Okay, so what I will do, go into my phone, and I'm taking a sell stop. Why? Because I want it to go through this zone. Okay, I'm not asking it to come pick me up and then get in the trade. I'm going through. So you're going to see me do a lot of sell stops and a lot of buy stops. Okay, I don't take a whole lot of retests, just because I'll be honest, like, I've gotten caught with retests where it just continues to climb. And so again, like, a lot of times, like, I don't normally set a stop loss. Like I'm dealing with obviously a bigger account. And again, like I could be trading on a standard lot, but I don't do that. I trade on like I think I'm trading on like a 0.5. And so again, like if it runs on me, even if it runs even farther then I'll let it, because I can handle the pullback. Do you know what I mean? So again, like a lot of times people say, where should I get out? Okay, you should always have an exit plan. And kind of like, you know, being in yes, it's called naked forex. Okay, naked forex, and I'll share a link to it here in a second. Okay, yeah, I mean, again, like you should always have an exit plan. And that's the one thing that I really liked about MetaTrader 4 and learning the scalp, is obviously coming from HFX. I didn't have an exit. Like I was literally time-based trading. So if I chose 5 minutes and let's say it went in my direction, I'm in profit. Yep, yeah, we're in profit. How many times has that thing shot down and spiked me out? And again, I had no control over it. Absolutely no control. And again, like I was like, there's got to be a way for me to control my risk. And that's where MT4, but then also I like the volatility. And that's why US30 is my girl, because US30 gives me what HFX gives me, but I'm able to control it. I'm able to have control of my risk. And that's the whole thing, is being able to trade and having control of your risk. Okay, if you have a 401k plan, and let's say the market's just tanking, you have no control of your risk unless you're able to go in and make adjustments. Okay, so again, like, and again, intraday trading, swing trading, that's a whole different style. I don't do a whole lot of that. Why? Because again, like I realize the anxiety that it gives me, knowing that I have trades open and knowing that it can go any direction if my eyes aren't on it. And again, that's just me. Okay, again, like, I know, you know, they talk about making money when you're sleeping. I have other things, Bitcoin. And again, so I've been in the academy now for 2 years. Okay. So I don't use the academy the way that I used to use the academy to learn how to trade. I know how to trade. I now use the academy on the DCX side. Okay. Learning about now how to transfer and diversify my trading. Okay, so again, the academy will always be a part of what I'm doing just because of how valuable the information is. Okay, because again, I came in, I learned how to trade. So I got into to learning how to trade, following these experts, following these educators, learning how to trade. Okay, and again, they provided me something that again, like YouTubers and things like that just did not do. And again, like there's just something about investing into myself and knowing that I'm paying for something that I'm going to fully take advantage. So if I'm going to pay for it, you better bet that my wife's going to remind me to log in. You better bet that I'm going to remind myself to log in, because I'm now investing and paying something every month and holding myself accountable to do so. Going on YouTube, it's kind of like when I get a chance or when I have an opportunity, and then I'm like, gosh, I don't even remember what I watched before. And then again, like I wanted to know that I could set a trading plan. I could set a training plan for myself. And now that I'm seeing success on the Forex side, I now need to transfer that into another form of trading, which is obviously, you know, crypto, learning about Bitcoin, learning about all, you know, these different types of trading, you know, where you can stake and you can, you know, there's so many different options and so many opportunities, you know, nodes and, you know, all, you know, NFTs. So again, because at the end of the day, keep in mind, you're sure the hell not going to be just taking cash withdrawals, because there is a thing called capital gains, that if you're taking just cash withdrawals every single week, you are going to pay hefty amounts of taxes. Again, your bank will notify people that you are taking massive deposits and withdrawals. And again, like, it's all about wealth transfer and understanding wealth transfer. And again, like, I know that you guys are just wanting to learn how to trade right now, but again, the academy, it has so much to offer when it comes to wealth trading, when it comes to wealth transfer. And again, when you look at all these educators, when you look at these DCX educators, US30 is the girl. She is the cash cow of so many traders because she moves so fast. And it's the US economy. You know what I mean? So again, like there's so much volatility in that currency alone. Where, you know, again, once you learn how to trade, and again, we have many traders in here, just, you know, again, that do, I know James, for example, you know, started DCX, you know, US30, jumped in US30, but again, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you know, so again, like once you understand how to trade, again, marking up a charter or, you know, again, understanding zones, it's no different. Okay. It truly is no different. Okay. So again, what I'd like to do is just really kind of answer some questions that you guys may have. You know, obviously right now, what are we? We're about 9:45 Central Standard Time. There's not a lot of movement. I have 2 hours that I trade. I trade 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to 11 a.m. Okay. And again, I lot that time. I don't trade for 2 straight hours. I'm trading till I know what I need to do for the day. And again, my goal, I'll be honest with you, is anywhere from 50 to 100 points or pips. That's it. Because again, I'm high leveraged. And again, if I'm hitting 50 to 100 points, like that's a bag. Do you know what I mean? And that's all that I need. So it's literally 10 to 15 trades. Because again, each trade is 5 points. And that's what I'm looking to do. I don't care if she runs 20 points. I don't care if she runs 30 points. It's not my plan. My plan is 5 points and I'm done. 5 points and I'm done. 5 points and it's done. Again, we saw a fight last night. Okay, if you watch the Canelo fight, it's a jab. Okay, it's a jab. 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 He literally jabbed him and beat him with a jab. And that's what 5 points is that's the way to look at it. Is it's a jab. It's keeping the market at my distance. Boom, jab, jab, boom, jab. That's it. That's the way that I look at it. I'm not looking for that home run hitter. I'm not looking for that knockout punch. Again, I have a plan. And that's the biggest thing that I'm telling you guys is find your plan. Find your rules. What are your rules? Not my rules. Okay, your rules can be some of my rules, but again, it's your plan. Find a plan. Be consistent. Okay. Again, like if you're a 3-point shooter, there's no reason for you to practice dunking the ball. Okay. You're going to practice 3-point shooting. Okay. Again, find your plan, find your script, and practice it consistently and be disciplined in it. Okay. Your gains are not going to be big. Your gains are not going to be big in the beginning. I know that you want to get there, but you have to be patient. And you have to just continue to build, and you have to just continue to build, and you have to just be patient in this game. And again, one of the things that I talked about over the last couple of weeks is trading other people's money. Okay. So again, obviously using DCX, taking my profits, putting it into the crypto market. Okay. I've also realized that I have a skill set. So I'm going to take my skill set. Okay. And I'm going to go trade someone else's money. Okay. I'm going to go buy a $200,000 account. And I'm going to trade on that bad boy. Why? Because again, like, you know, I built a huge account, but that money has to sit there. It's not growing if I'm not trading. Okay. It's just sitting there. So rather than it just sitting there, okay, let me do something else with that. Let me invest that somewhere else. I have a skill set. Let me get a $200,000 account. Let me trade on someone else's money. Let me get 80% of that, 85% of that. And let me just do my thing. So now, again, like there's so many opportunities out there, guys. And you talk about people entering challenges. That's what they're talking about, is once you learn this skill set, you can do it for a living. Okay. Let's say you made $20,000 trading in 1 month and you got 85% of that. Someone please do that math and tell me what that equates to as a income. So again, like, and again, it's not your money. You know the skill set. You've learned the skill set. And now you're able to trade on other people's money. Okay. So again, like you can get to where you want to go faster. Okay. you can get to where you want to go faster, then let me just build this $1,000 account. Focus on the skill set. And I'm telling you, if you focus on the skill set over the next 6 months to 9 months, and you get yourself into a challenge and you're trading on someone else's account, you're doing the same thing that you're doing at 0.01, but now you're doing it at a 1.0. The bag's bigger. Do you know what I mean? But again, it's no different. It's still 5 points. It's still 10. It's whatever it is that your number is. It's the same thing. Same thing on a demo. Like for some, you please understand that this is a 90% mental game. There's something about, man, I'm killing it on a demo. I'm killing it on a demo. I'm killing it on a demo. And then when you get into your $1,000 account, you forgot how to trade. It's mindset. You're treating it different. It's absolutely no different. If the way that someone practices, if you're practicing as if you were in a real game, you're going to have the same results. So again, like it's mindset. And that's one of the things that I became, is I became so confident. I became so confident in what I'm doing, where again, I expect to win. Like Sam said, is that's what I go into this doing, is I expect to win. And again, like there's weeks that I've had 80 trades and I've lost 0. Again, I expect to win. I've had people ask, you don't lose? No, I don't. I don't lose. I expect to win. And again, it's about 90% mindset. That's what it is. Okay. So again, I want to answer some questions here. I know I saw some questions at the top where obviously one of them was about, can you take the sell? Can you take the buy? Absolutely. When Sam, when he puts those trades in, you'll see that US30 moves very fast. And I would say probably around, when you see her really move, it's probably around the 1 o'clock mark on Pacific time. And the reason being is she's entering into London. London's at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I believe that's midnight PST, she starts moving. So again, you're going to see her go whoosh, and then you can see her go whoosh. Because again, London is going to open just like the US opens. Okay. So again, like as it's getting ready to open, you're going to see a lot of movement. If you've ever logged on at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you'll see that there's more movement happening. There's more volatile. People are getting ready for the opening bell. So when 2 a.m. comes Eastern Standard Time, you're going to see her start moving. And that's why, again, like you'll see her just jump into a trade, get us out, and we're done. So again, you can actually keep that other one. I'm telling you though, the likelihood of you staying up for that second trade is very slim. And if she goes in and then jumps back up and she takes your profit, you don't want to do that. Okay. Because again, that stop loss is pretty good size stop loss. I think it's around 200 points, 200 pips. So again, you just want to be careful. US30, she will move 200 points in a blink of an eye. Okay. So again, you just want to be very careful. You just want to understand. And again, when we look at like, okay, exit strategy. Okay. So let's say that I was looking for a sell right here. Okay. Let's say she pulled up. Okay. Let's say I'm playing these wicks, because again, you could play these wicks. Okay. She could pull up into these wicks, pull back down. Okay. So let's say, I had an area right here that I said, if she pulls up here, I'm going to take the sell for 5 points. Okay. So let's say, where's your exit? My exit's right here. My exit is the top of this candle here. Okay. Why? Because that's what she has to break to show me that she's continuing to the upside. Okay. Why do you say that? Because this is a zone. This is a zone right here. Okay. So again, if she breaks into this area here and she breaks this wick right here, she's going to demonstrate, and she's confirming to me that she's going to run, and I'm going to take my loss. Okay. So again, that's where you look for the last area that she broke, and that's where you get out. Okay. So again, like that's how I exit. That's my exit in my mind. Okay. And I think I took one of those last week where I exited, but then what did she do? She came back down. So again, like it's about this logo, trust your trade, like trust your skill set. A lot of times we get in a situation where we're like, oh my gosh, and we panic. Stay calm, get the emotions out of it, and think about what your next step is. Think about what you're going to do. Okay. Think about what's happening. Think about what your options are. Okay. If you have the account, maybe take some smaller trades, start making up for what that loss could potentially be. So again, like start thinking, as far as just what your options are and what you can do to salvage what you're in. Okay. So top of the wick and the bottom of the wick. Okay. What questions do you guys have? Like, again, like right now, obviously the market is very slow. Like, there's a lot of waiting right now. There's a lot of patience right now that you have to have. One of the things that I do is I trade on the 5 minute. I analyze on the way up to the 4 hour, the 1 hour. Okay. And again, I really look at kind of where she's been, what she's really looking at on a kind of a bigger scale here. So again, as you guys can see here, okay, let me get this out of the way. Okay. This is a big area here that she literally just broke. Okay. Look, she came here, had all this here, came all the way up here. Then she came back down here and look, she broke and closed below. Okay. Which tells us that she's most likely going to continue to drop. Okay. And so again, like these are things that you just want to look at and you guys can see like, where's another area here? Like, gosh, there's really nothing to the left over here that she's going to get into. Okay. Again, like this is a huge area here. Like, wow. Like, look at this. Like, this is a huge area here that, again, she hasn't broken or she hasn't been passed in a while. Like, this is a great area here where, again, we could possibly see a reversal just based off of just like, look how long. I mean, this is back in February here. Like she's coming into like almost like she hasn't been here in months. Like this was May 2nd that she came back here. Okay. So again, like she's knocking on this door to break through here. But like if you go all the way back here, like this is March 7th, March 8th. This is February 24th. So again, like if we break this stuff, guys, like we're most likely going to continue down, or like I said, we could get into this here and then, kind of bounce back up. So again, like just understand where she's kind of gone through, and you'll see me sometimes even have different colors where again, I may even mark up the day. I may even mark up the day. Like, what did she do the last trading day? Where were her highs? Where were her lows? And again, it just gives me an idea as far as where we could potentially go. Obviously, I'm scalping on the 5 minute, but again, it's nice to know like where could she possibly fall? Like at the end of the day, if I'm looking for sells and we're almost to a bottom, okay, we're probably not going to be, we can get ourselves in trouble because again, we are looking for sells, but if she's coming to a bottom, she's most likely going to turn around on us. And then we're wondering why, oh my gosh, like she's retracing. Okay. So again, it's just nice to understand and know where you're at. Okay. So let's look at some questions. What kind of, yeah, go ahead, SoCal.
I asked him to unmute. He can speak if he wants to.
All right, perfect. Go ahead.
Hey, Gabriel, I was following you last Friday, and I'm new. I'm very new to this.
Okay, great.
I was using the MetaTrader 4.
Okay.
And when you were calling in your signals, you're giving 2 numbers. And MetaTrader 4 is 3 numbers. And that's where I was getting confused because I didn't know where to put them in.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So when I do a sell stop,
for example, right now, I'm going to let her pull up. So if I was to enter a trade right now, I'd be looking at 32,500. I'd be looking at 32,500 and waiting for her to cross this for 5 points.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. And another thing that I was doing when I was putting it in, it didn't let me place the trade, and because it was moving down so fast.
Yep.
Is that because the numbers weren't high enough?
That is correct. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's where you want to, that's where, again, like if I call something out and she's already crossing that, do a market execution and just be ready to get out. So like, for example, let's say she pulls up a little bit and then she slams down and I see she's almost there. I'm not going to even play around trying to put it in. I'm going to put market execution. I'm going to count my 5 points. And sometimes she'll run 8, 10, and then I'm out. Like, I'm not going to sit there and just let her run. Like, oh my gosh, she's run. No, I'm getting my 5 to 10 points and I'm done. So if I can put the order in for 5, I'm going to get 5. If let's say she's coming to this zone right here and like I have to market execution, then I'm going to take, as soon as I know my number because I know my lot size and I know what I trade on. So again, like I know exactly, like if I'm at 500, I know my lot size. If I'm at 250, I know my lot size. So again, I know exactly the number in profit that I'm going to get out at. And so like I literally just open up close, I push close, and I'm just waiting for her to get to my number, and I'm closing it out. And that's how I trade. And again, she could fall 100 points. I don't care. That's not my strategy. That is not my plan. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's just when you do the buy and then you put the price in, and then there's a green and a red, and I'm taking the second number is going to be the green for 5 points up.
5 points, correct. And again, you also want to look at your broker as well. Okay, so COT4 matches up very close to this currency.com. And what that currency.com is if you just go in here and you go to US30, you'll see that there's different brokers in here. Okay, there's currency.com, there's capital.com, there's Black Bull, Pepperstone, Global Prime, 8cap, TVC, Velocity, TVS, Owanda. So there's tons of them here. Okay, currency.com is the one that matches up the closest to, I believe it's probably about 1 to 2 points off, depending on the day. Sometimes it's right on. And so again, like sometimes like I'll call it based off a trading view, and it'll take maybe a minute or so, or I mean a second or so before it gets in on my phone, because it's maybe like 1 point off. But again, that's what I found is I found that so one of the things as well is I know a lot of people like the access of the phone, you know, and if I see that she's raging and I can just get, I mean, again, I've taken trades on my phone, and I do that. But where I saw the consistency was obviously having trading view up, understanding and knowing exactly where I'm at, being in an environment that's comfortable. You know, again, like you could be in a trade, like, oh shit, I got to get through the stoplight. She just ran 200 points on you, and you're like, damn. So again, like there's a lot of things that can happen in the vehicle. Obviously, you can trade though. I mean, again, like you can master MT4. You can set up charts on MT4. Like there's a lot of indicators that you can use on MT4. Again, it's just finding your lane, and it's finding what works for you and sticking to that. Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So again, like that's so right here we're trading in between this zone here. Okay, and that's what we would be looking for, and that's what I would be looking for. Again, like I said, even last week I saw some people taking. Once you trap her, you can take this buy. You can set this up for 5 points. You can set this up for 5 points going down. So again, it's just up to you. And again, I did a couple of those for you guys last week as well. But again, it's just not my style. But again, like, can you do that? Absolutely, you can do that. You can absolutely trade that way because again, it's scalping. So again, however you get your 5 points, just get in and get out. Okay. And like I said, you'll see that I'm about 50 to 100 points a day, 50 to 100 points every morning. It doesn't seem like a lot, but at the end of the day, I'm high leverage. So 50 points, if I can get her to move 50 points in 20 minutes, 50 to 100 points in 20 minutes, which she'll do it, because keep in mind that that's literally four or five candles. If we can get a rage for 5 candles and she pulls up, bam, pulls up, boom, through our, like, you'll see that I'm literally out in 23 minutes, 20 minutes, and I'm done. You know, so again, like, usually it doesn't take no more than just a couple 15-minute candles if we're moving in the right direction. Okay. It happens pretty quick. And that's where, just again, understanding and knowing what your number is for the day. Like, how many pips or how many points do you want for the day? And once you do that, that's where the discipline comes in, is stop. I don't open trade. I don't open trading view the rest of the day. I truly don't. Like, there's been some sessions where, again, I think Tony's on the call, where he's called me and we've gotten into some sessions and we've gotten into trouble, you know, because again, I've kind of gone away from what I'm used to, and what I know, because I know how she trades it between 9 and 11. Because keep in mind that we're very volatile between 9 and 11. We got US market and we have London. So we're at the end of London and we just started the US market. So again, like, we're moving super fast, but that's what I want. That's what I want. So you get into after 11, again, like, there's a lot of things that can happen. US news, there's a lot of tweets, there's a lot of just things that can happen throughout the day that, again, like, can determine kind of her direction. You know, people are buying and selling all day these 30 stocks. You know, there's company news, there's tons of things that can happen. Like I said, I'm trading volatility between 9 and 11 a.m. Yep. Awesome. What kind of questions? As far as orders, like I said, you know, if let's say we're taking this retest here, we're going to do a sell limit. Okay, what we're saying is we want her to come to this point and we want to take 5 points down. Okay, so if we're doing a sell limit, we're going to say she's going to come to that white point and she's going to come here, and that's where I'm going to get out. Okay, so sell limit, she's not going to go fully through. She's going to come here, bounce back, and get us out. Okay, sell stop is she's falling through and I'm taking her for this 5 points. Okay, so sell stop, sell limit, pick us up, and then fall back down. Okay, so again, understanding what that is, just the difference between sell stop, sell limit. You'll see retest usually as a sell limit, buy limit. You know, if I'm trading with the trend, it's usually a stop. The order is usually a stop, because I'm saying she's going to go through this zone and she's going to hit me for 5 points. Okay, and again, like I'm telling you, maybe about 6 months ago, we were taking 10 trade. We were taking 10 points. But I'm telling you, like, that was, you know, she'd give me 7, 8. I'm like, damn, come on, give me the last 2. Where 5 was just the sweet spot. 5 was like like 5, like I can get 5 very easy. And again, like, you know, I think last week we did where we were going against the trend. Look at how she literally jumped while we're just talking. And again, it's 10 o'clock on a Sunday. Why? What's the reason? They're like, what, like, why? Like, that's why, again, like, I don't trade her like just randomly like this, because again, like, why did she do that? There's obviously a reason. Can you show me where and show me why she just had that huge 200-point jump, 100-point jump? Like, again, like, that's why we're taking sells. You know what I mean? So again, like, I don't play around with her. Like, she hurts feelings. Okay. So again, you just have to be very, very careful. Any other questions? 9 to 11, that is Central Standard Time, because opening bell is 8:30. So what I'm doing is I'm literally waiting about a half hour after that opening bell to let her calm down, pick a direction. Okay. Because obviously that 8:30 bell, which is 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, that opening bell at 8:30 my time, 9:30 Eastern Time, she goes nuts. She goes crazy. Okay. And again, like, I give her a half hour to really just kind of settle down. Let's pick a direction. one or the other is taking over. Sellers have either taken over, buyers are taking over. So again, at that point, we're able to then get some consistency. And like I said, we're scalping. We're just looking for a good, solid 3 or 4 candles that we can just get a bag and we're done. Okay. So again, like what she does after that, I don't care. And that's why, again, coming in, picking my direction, trapping her, knowing where she's at, and then just setting up my zones, setting up where I just want her to come. And it's like a hunter. It's like a hunter goes out into the field. They set up their hunting house. They get their guns up there and they wait. They wait for deer to come into their sights. And when that deer comes into their sights, they pull the trigger. And that's exactly what I do. Is we're not going to chase her. We're going to simply trap her, know where she's at, and then we're just going to wait for her to move in our direction. We're going to set her up. And again, I do tend to move a little bit faster. So again, if you don't have to take what I'm calling, just know my zones. Okay, know my zones. Just know where I'm calling, what to look for. Okay, and again, like I said, if she's coming near a zone, market execution, 5 points, let her go. She'll probably give you 7, 8, especially if she just blows through it. Just get out. Okay, because again, like get your profits, take your profits. That's what this game's all about. Is there times when you set the same numbers of perimeters? Absolutely. So usually when I set you'll see on my sessions that I repeat the number. And again, all I'm simply doing is I'm live trading and I'm simply just talking through what I'm doing. So again, like I'm doing exactly what I'm doing right now, and I'm just talking through. And so what I'll do is I'll put 32,550, 32,550 with the stop with the take profit at 545. Okay, and then I'll say it again, and I'll say it again because I usually put 3 entries. So I usually put 3 entries. So as you can see, is if I'm looking for 10 to 15 trades, that's literally 4 trades because I've taken 3 entries on each one. I've taken 3 entries on each one. And again, a lot of times, guys, like they don't even come up on MT4. Like she literally slams through here and it literally shows up in my history. She moves that fast. And again, all 3 of them, boom, done. And that's why I'll be like 3-0, 6-0, 9-0, because again, like I'm literally taking 3 entries at that location. Yep. And again, that all comes down to the size of your account. Okay. If you have $1,000 account, obviously you're going to take onesie choosy trades. Okay. You maybe be able to open up 1 or 2 trades at a time, depending on how you're leveraged. But at the end of the day, like, again, like I have an account size where I can trade a 1 lot, but I'm only trading a 0.5. So I can set up 5 trades at a time where she literally comes in, boom, hits it. And I got 5 trades right there on that one take. Okay. My sessions are from 7 a.m. PST until 9 a.m. PST. Okay. And again, you'll see like there's actually a couple days this week, I believe, that I will actually be getting on at 8. So an hour later. And again, I'll just jump on the chat and I'll let you guys know. I think last week I jumped on 1.5 hours later. But again, I set that time. I also run a tech company. So again, if I have a meeting in the morning or something that I have to tend to, then again, that's when I usually trade. And that's why I simply say 9 to 11, 9 to 11, 9 to 11. Because usually, like I said, I traded Friday and I literally took me 23 minutes and I was in and out. All right. I think the biggest thing, guys, is again, you'll hear me say all of the same stuff in the morning. So again, if you're consistently, on our sessions, you'll hear the same verbiage. You'll hear bank zones. You'll hear the same things over and over and over and over and over. And so it'll start making more sense. And again, I think the biggest thing is also just understanding that it's not hard. It's just new. So anything that we've ever tried, something new, we're not good at it. Okay. The expectation is not to just jump on and we're going to be great at it. It takes time. You know, again, like I haven't rode a bike in a minute. Do I know how to ride a bike? Sure. But I'm telling you, the next time I get on a bike, a physical bike, it's going to be a little rough. I got to, you know, get my balance back. But again, once you learn the skill set, I'm telling you, it's something that, again, you can, however you want to utilize it. I mean, if it's to pay off debt, if it's to, income, I mean, whatever it is to leave your job, whatever it is, like I'm telling you, this trading skill set, it will absolutely change your life. It will change the directory for you. So awesome. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you. Yeah, well, this call has been recorded, guys. I'll put the link out in the chats as well. It'll be going on YouTube as well. So again, thank you, Gabriel Montoya, for that training. Thank you for everybody who attended. Again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there on the team. And enjoy your night. I did cut the trade signal for tonight. That's out. And yeah, let's get it. Session tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. See you guys on it.